And we are live again. Alright. It's only a few hours later since our last stream. Let's see if my music is working correctly. Yeah, it seems to be. But it's only a few hours later since my last stream, because I want to continue Portal Knights before the 5.0 the 5.0 version of Genshin drops, because I definitely want to live stream that. And I don't know, I don't think I can continue Portal Knights much longer, just because it's getting a little bit repetitive. But I do want to finish the game though. So that's my the idea for this stream. Hopefully we can get through it, because last night I was a little bit tired, and hopefully we can finish it in this stream. I don't know how long it will take, but we'll see. So and I also tried to fix my chat, but Castle App still wouldn't work perfectly. So I'm using the default chat from Streamlabs. Hopefully that works fine. But we'll see. So let's get to it. Let's make my camera a little bit smaller. That's not the correct one. It is this one. Yes. And I will get this to the side over here. Position the camera a little bit better. And then we'll continue. We don't really need the music anymore. The Paper Universe. I literally don't know how many hours we have sunk into this game. But last night it was just getting green portal shards the whole night. And for some reason we have red portal shards, but I still don't know what use they have. So a quest in this world was to get the... Yeah. What was the quest? So we're back in this world, and the quest was to get that. And our objective was to do what exactly? I remember it was very late when I stopped streaming. For me, at least, it was. I remember we needed to place the meteorites on the buildings on the side of this world. So there's one. And our other purpose was to increase. Yeah, to increase our level to 26 before we beat the final boss, so that we can use our better armor, the better parts of it. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. That's one. Wait, do more meteorites spawn the moment we try this? We built this? Probably. I don't think... I don't know how long it will take to get us to level 26 though. Because if we just do a few quests, I think it will be fine. And it won't take the longest time either to just complete previous quests we've accepted, because we already have a lot of the materials to complete one of those quests. So yeah. Let's see. Please do not attack me. I don't have beef with you. I wonder if this is the only thing we have to do, because in the other world we had to go through an entire dungeon to get a certain object for the last portal key. Or portal stone. That's it. Alright. Let's get back to her then. Yeah, so there's only one world left, and then we have the question mark worlds. So the moment we reach 26, my first objective will be to beat the boss, the eye boss. Hopefully we can do that. With the amount of damage we do right now, we should be fine. I'm wondering if you just wait long enough, will the entire world be littered with meteorites? Almost clicked my health potion right there. So everything is in place. May the ancients watch over us then. Here we go. Okay, so I got goggles. Blast, the meteorites are in place. The circuit is unbroken. What have I overlooked? The crystal was once infused with the same energy as the portals. I wonder, would you give the reactivation sequence a try? Okay. Yes. I think that maybe make all the difference. Go on then. And how do we do that? Go touch the crystals. I'm fairly certain it won't harm you. Report back to me at once. Do we need to go back to the... What crystals? You mean this crystal? Is that it? Alright. Apparently that was it. Okay. Aha, I knew it. You have a special connection to the portals. My scientific instrument said as much. This is strange. Be cautious when using the crystal. There are some strange anomalies within. Sure, no problem. What do you have to sell? Of course, a crystal meteor shower. Okay, I don't know why this would be useful, but could be. So how much do we need to go? We are halfway there. So probably if we do a few more quests we'll be fine. We can't do this. A Gold Master Dread Wand. How do we make such a thing? Such a weapon. Gold Master Dread Wand. We need 3 gold and 6 sun diamond dust. Do we have that? I think we do. I don't know for sure though, but still. Otherwise we'll just collect it. I mean, we don't have to beat the default enemies anymore at this moment. We can do a few quests, but... So, gold. Where is the gold? We have a little bit of sun diamond dust. We have enough ore. Oh, we have more than enough ore. I only think we need a little bit more sun diamond dust, so we can either collect that at the castle from the previous stream. In Glimmerglen, Or we can just mine it. We'll just probably mine some. That's, I think, the fastest. Let's see. Do we see some from here? Because if I want to look in the castle, I think we'll be there for a while. We already took a lot of it when we were there previously. You get so used to the high jumping on the moon world that you forget you can't do it here. Dark essence, we don't need that right now. Let's just build our way. No. Don't fall, please. So for every two we mine, we can make 1 emerald dust. So if we just do this. And we also collect more green portal shards, even though we don't need them anymore. Because I think if we want to reach level 26 by just mining or killing enemies, it will take a ginormous amount of time. Don't think that's worth it. I should have done this earlier. This is way faster. I need a little bit more sun diamond dust, boy. This may not be enough. It's quite hidden though. Maybe I mean every bit of XP we get now we can use, so I'm hoping a little bit that we can just find simpler quests than looking through buildings. Let's see. You would expect there to be some of the cutscene diamonds in the walls, but I see almost none. I still don't know what this is. Some kind of ancient ritual place. Okay, so I see a little bit more over there. Wait, do we have enough? Let's get one more. At least one more. Yeah. Stop attacking me already. I need to build here peacefully, yeah. I don't need any of this. I mean, do we want to replace this with cat ears? I don't think so. And that is the last one. So this should be enough. Where is it? Oh no, we need to make this at the altar. Cut sundown, we need the dust though. That was here. Cut some diamond dust. This is more than enough. And then we need to make the gold master dread wand. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. So this can go back into the chest. We don't need this anymore. I mean, we can just place this. I don't think we'll use this anyway. Yeah. This one can go here. This one can go here. Maybe we still need this. I don't think so, but who knows. Same goes for the monkey. So let's see, where was this? This world, apparently. Wasn't this the world with the gigantic crater-like world? Or mountain with the tower in the middle? Yeah, it was. And you can also find cuts and diamonds here. And apparently there are dungeons too. I mean, some of the worlds do have multiple people stationed in the same area. But yeah, they don't always give you quests, and most likely if they have quests for you, they will just pop up. Here you go. Jesus, that gave us a lot of XP. Okay. Iron bars. Do we have iron bars? I think we do have 4. So let's just do this one. I don't think this is a gigantic quest, but let's see. We need at least 4. Hello. Hello, subjects of the kingdom of I don't know yet. We have 3. That's not enough. Please tell me there's a little bit more in here. I don't really remember. That's titanium. This guy needed iron, right? Yeah. That's a little bit depressing. Does this world have iron? It does. We only need a few though. Now it really becomes border night while we travel to every world within a few seconds. Oh, this is the world we were trying to drain. Yeah, that was funny too. Well, that made it easy. Just gave us the amount of ore we needed. Yep. And now we need some coal. Iron. This can go back into the chest. We have 1 left. Split stack, split stack. Not that one. This one. Go to map. I don't think this quest will give us enough XP to go just like or the same amount of XP. The other one gave us definitely the most XP I've seen in this game so far. So where is it? There it is. before you get to the end, there's not really a reason to complete all the quests, because you can just stack them and complete them at the end, like we're doing right now. That's way faster than just do quest once at a time. Hello. Yeah, I have your materials. Yeah, see, this only gives us 2,000. That's practically nothing. And we don't need this weapon too. What did I... Did I just throw something away? No. Yeah. Okay, we don't need that. Jadestone merchant. We don't really need jadestones though. This guy wants some titanium ore. And that's on this world. So let's go to... Was it this world that got the titanium ore, or was it... I mean, they both have titanium ore, but one of them had a lot of it just laying around. But I don't know for sure. Let's see. No, it wasn't this world, it was a purple one that had loads of it. It's not really that difficult to get these materials too. Where did I see? I saw some materials here, somewhere here. Okay. Give me please. Yeah, thank you. Someone asked me why I was talking while there was no one watching. And that's not just because no one's watching, but later on when I finish this stream, I will just upload it to YouTube, and then it will be just like a normal YouTube video, right? Because most YouTubers just talk to themselves. And there's not really anyone looking for them. And also it will, for me, be something to just look at me later on when I'm a little bit older and a little bit more experienced, and see how far I've come. That would be really weird, I think, to see in the future. You don't really need to think about that a lot, because then you'll just be obsessed with thinking about how you've grown, or if you haven't grown at all, because then it doesn't really matter too. How much do we have? Oh, more than enough. Okay, we were tracking this one. Go to the map. And we can give this guy his ore. Hello? Are you close? He's a little bit. Not too far. Hello? You got titanium ore? Now the voices will stop. Okay, that's what I like. 22,000. And red portal shards. I still don't know what I can do with them, but yeah. Ranger in danger. Relocate Fenimore back to camp. That's Captain Prickles. That's also a really low level quest, so there's not really a reason to do that one. Find and relocate Sheriff back to Tegus the Wizard's side. That's in Hintertown. Bind the Hollow King by taking down the All-Watcher. Blind the Hollow King. I don't think we can make a longbow. I mean, it would give us enough XP, but we didn't upgrade our automated buildings at all. Now see, we only upgraded we only upgraded our altar, because there is not really a reason to upgrade the rest. That is a little bit unfortunate. Find and relocate Fenimore back to captains. That's in Landluber's Leap. Yeah, we don't get enough XP. It have to be quests in these areas. What is this? Memories on this island carry a secret for increasing the power of healing. Let's take a look at that. Maybe it will be enough XP to get us over to the next level. I don't know for sure though. It's this world. Craft an healing flask using the memories. Using the memories temporarily special drops. I don't think we need this. No, that's not really a reason to. Where is this? It is in Glimmer Glen. Okay, let's see. What is does this quest do? I mean, we still have the quest from that guy. I don't think. Maybe it's that one. Find and relocate Xarif back to Tagus the Wizard's his side. And that was your crest, right? And what is Xarif exactly? I wish I could be of more help, but I'm lost my wand again. Anyhow, Xarif is somewhere in the tunnels below the guild. Find him and bring him back here. Just be aware of the crystal spiders lurking about. I will be fine. We'll be fine. Just kill a few spiders and we're done. That's the fire one. Better kill it with this one. Also, one of the weird things about this game is that you have a system for elements, and some elements work better against other elements. But the moment you get a higher level, you can only use the light element. There's not really a possibility to make or craft weapons from other elements that are better or do more damage, because there aren't any enemies with higher level weapons or higher level elements that are high level enemies that carry lower level elements. For example, some of them carry fire, and you have water right now. Hello, yeah, you need to come along with me. But what is that? Can we mine that? Nice. But for example, in the lower worlds, there are characters with the elemental earth or leaf element, and they just do not appear in any of the higher worlds. So there's not really a reason to craft weapons for that. So they haven't made any weapons for those enemies. That's just a little sad. Do we need to place him right there? No matter. You found Xarif. Tell me, what was in the crystal cocoon? He was in the cocoon, wasn't he? Thank you for saving him. Okay. Are there other quests we can do here? Nope. Oh, we just need a little bit more. Where art thou? White slimes defeated. New call. I mean, did we see white slimes here? I only saw light slimes, but no white slimes. Do they mean those kind of slimes? These electro enemies, they've been there from the start. And they're, I don't know what is effective against electro, but still. Yeah, that's a white slime. They look a bit like holy slimes because they're flying. So there are a few more. It was not my intention to attack these guys. Please, please stop this. Oh, we are already done. Well, let's just finish this one for because we're doing it. We're already starting. We already started this quest. We only need one more, so I think we'll be fine. If we'll do one more. Hello. You're the last one, boy. Oh. Please don't do that. Yep, you're the last one. We finished your quest. Nice, slime trophy. Don't know what we can do with that, but sure. Give it to me. Okay, now we can equip this. This is not really that useful anymore. We can equip this, and this. And we have a better one than this, but it does have dark damage resistance. I don't know if that's really useful, because this has leech chance, leech, spell damage resistance. This one also heals us. So this may be more useful than the other one. And besides that, it has 404 armor. That's way more than we have currently. So let's just do this one instead of the other one. Just keep it like this. That looks fine, right? I mean, can we craft? Can't we craft any rings or something? No, it doesn't seem like it. You just need to find those in dungeons from chests. You can craft bumblebee wings, but they don't seem very useful. And this is magic. At the altar we can craft these things, but I don't know how you get this. How do you get a light bomb? I mean, I can get the moon opal, but masterwork fireball, frost storm. I don't know. Well, at least we're stacked right now. We don't need these anymore. Definitely not this one. Let's see. Can we increase this a little bit more? Yeah, let's do this. How much damage do we do? Not a lot, because they're not the correct enemies for this weapon. Okay, wait. Okay, you died. Perfect. Well then, let's see if we can beat the boss again. What was it? Return to Luther. Oh wait, we completely forgot to turn on our quest with this guy. I don't know how we forgot that, because he's right at the entrance. This is more than a month ago that we did that. Yeah, we almost forgot you. You did it. Yeah, we did it. I'm getting squat for this, but still, sure. Use this tome to learn a new recipe. Sure. Okay, and what can we craft now? Oh, summons the Night Hunter back to this dimension. I don't know why we would want to do that, but sure. So there are only a handful of quests left. These are the Pants quests. Hintertown. Behind the Hollow King. This is the one we want to do. And these are just... all the other quests are just craft bows or find something. Yeah. So let's try and do this one. Hopefully we can kill it. Let's see. So once more, how do we do this? The All Watcher cannot be heard whilst it's in flight. Oh. Okay, so that was the problem. When it's airborne, focus your attacks on its minions. Well, we should be fine then, right? Dodge its attacks and kill the minions. Maybe we should go right into the mountain instead of around it. Let's use our drill. Because the last time we took a little bit of fall damage. Not that it's necessarily that bad, but... okay. Next target, the All Watcher. So we can't hurt you when you're in flight. But we can try and attack your minions. Yeah, alright, so we just... okay. Just keep taking damage like this. Maybe we should clear the area if we die next time. Because this is a little bit annoying. Oh no no no! Oh yeah, I can't really dodge when there are so many trees around. I mean, I'm guessing there are trees, so maybe we can cut them. Can we cut them down instantly? Yeah, we can. Let's just cut down every single one. In that area at least. Let's see, how much damage do we do to this guy? A lot. Holy damn. You can't even come close. Yeah, this is 5 minutes and they're all down. I'm trying not to get too close because then the attack will start. And we're back to where we started. Hopefully, can I fill this in with Oh, he saw us. This shouldn't be too much of a problem, but still. I don't really want any obstacles here, to be honest. Unlock camera, yeah. This should be a clean battle arena. We can do this easy after we clear the area. No. Cut down a few more trees. Everything in the light should be cleared at least. And then we can focus on the big guy. Yeah, that was that. Please go away. I'm trying to fill in this area. Do me a favor. Can we fill all of this in? I don't think we have enough blocks though. Maybe we can use the celestial ore. Perfect. Okay, I don't think we will make it the first time. Let's just remove him. Releasing a little bit on the... We should just jump after every attack, then we'll be fine. Hello? Can you go down, please? Why are you going down right there? Oh, okay. So don't stand too far away. Yeah. I get that. Yeah. This is a regular healing potion, right? And maybe these berries will have some use. Now we can finish him. Now the area is cleared. We should stand a little bit close to him, because otherwise he will attack us instantly with the other the flying orbs. Please, I don't want to attack you necessarily. At least not while I'm attacking the All Watcher. Yeah, now I can attack the All Watcher. So where are his minions? There they are. Okay, so that was that. Okay, so if we stand close to him, there's no problem. He will not attack. He cannot hit us with his orbs. This beholder kind of, I mean, it's not really a beholder, right? Because he doesn't have the tentacles with eyes on it. I wonder what his next phase will be. Yeah, we can do this. That's a really weird eye hit, right? Please stop doing that. You're taking big hits, boy. You're going down fast. Just a little bit more. He doesn't really have phases like the last guy did. He just does the same thing in all 3 of his health bars. The geologist is just down there. Oh, he's almost down. And he's down. Thank God. What is this? Throwing stars. That's one strong weapon, oh. And a trophy. Well, why does it have the chains? Do you need to hang it from something? You need to hang it from something. Alright. That was not that difficult. If you know what to do, if you just read whatever the hell I'm saying. And apparently my camera just stopped working. I don't know how long ago it stopped working, but... And that's also not what I was... I am back, yes. Let's see. I didn't want to go back to the home world. I was trying to click the landing pad. I don't know why I did that. Oh. So we finished off this guy. Then the only boss left is the Hollow King. Well done indeed. The Holocom will not see you coming now, yet he will expect you soon. Prepare yourself, your destiny is nearly at hand. Alright. And I'm guessing with this we can reawaken the All-Watcher. Slime Queen, yeah. Summons the All-Watcher back to this dimension. Alright. Then we have one thing left to do, and that's defeating the Hollow King. Hopefully we can do that. Far point. What do you have to say again? Did you know the Hollow King was once one of us? Archmage Xavier. Yeah, we already read this. Okay, so we need this. Do we have any more berries? Mighty healing potion. Yeah, we can use this in the final fight. Now I am really curious how difficult it is to beat the Hollow King. I don't think it will be that difficult, but still, who knows? We have prepared ourselves for like 4 hours straight yesterday, so this should be enough to finish it off. And where do we need to place the crystal? Right there. Overgrown great beast totem. Let's go in. Let's see. The World's End. Elijah, level 30. And that is the Hollow King, I'm guessing. Can we just build to the outer rings? We've missed no world. We traveled to all of the possible worlds. We only missed them. We are only missing the worlds that are in here, so let's finish this. Hello, Hollow King. I'm guessing I need to destroy your crystals. What does this do? Okay, we can just kill it the moment it's down. Holy shit! This guy takes more damage than the All Watcher. I wasn't expecting him to go down so easily, but this is just ridiculous. If I can keep this up, he will be down in like 3 minutes. Maybe less. Oh, it's nightfall again. Oh. We still have to use our berries though, because otherwise we won't regenerate health fast enough. Come on. The Hollow King. You will go down fast. Oh no, 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 no. Yeah, thank you. I don't know why they didn't give these guys faces, just like the Night Hunter. That would be way better. I don't think we can finish him off. Maybe we can. Wait, maybe we can. I think we can. Yeah, we can finish him off. Oh, we can't, apparently. One crystal, two crystals to go. And there it is. He is done. Defeat the Hollow King. We did it. Astral Heart. A magic sword. Requires level 29. Alright. Deals dark elemental damage, strong versus light. Alright. And what else did we get? We got something else. Didn't we? No. Oh, here. Astral Heart ingredient. Astral Heart, once captured, impending source of energy for builders. It is now yours. An ending source of energy for builders. Alright, and how do I use this? We'll see. I'm wondering, where does the last world take us? Visit all the islands of Area 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Hello. The Hollow King has fallen? I scarcely believe it, yet here you are. Have you recovered the Astral Heart? It is the master key of sorts to the portals of this world. If you bring it to me, I could use it to allow you to travel to our sanctuary. Please do bring it here. The Spectral Knights are anxious to meet you. You have earned a place of honor in our halls. Take this gatestone with it. With it, you may reach the Spectral Knights' private sanctuary and begin to rebuild their order. Thank you, brave one. Now Alicia can begin to heal. Alright. A gatestone. This ancient gatestone is vibrating with energy. Well, where will it take you? It is said that the spirit of each fallen Portal Knight lives in their private sanctuary. Okay, what is this? Is this just this is just a portal? Okay, we used it. As you activate the relic, its magic floods you with visions past. This world was not the first to be ravaged by the fracture, nor will it be the last. Under its spell, the Hollow King betrayed the old Portal Knight, but now his treachery is undone. The ancient portals are lit once more, and an era of peace lies ahead. With you, the Portal Knights are reborn. Portal Knight Sanctuary. Level 1. Hello. Well met at last. I am Sir Simon, your phantom friend. On behalf of the Venerable Order of Portal Knights, I offer you our deepest gratitude. Furthermore, it's my honor to confer upon you the title of Portal Knight First Rank. We have much to discuss, but for now go ahead and meet the others. Learn what you can, for while the fight against the Hollow King is over, there is another, more sinister villain who pulled his strings. Is there? A new recruit, about time. Look at his smile. The magical ward on the fortress means you won't be able to build, dig or destroy objects here. Yeah, I noticed. Hello. Have you been to Shrieking Sands lately? Anything going on out there? What I wouldn't give to be sipping a frosty drink on a beach in Masokala right now. I would not get too comfortable. There are other worlds besides our own that need our help. Now that the way to the base is open again, we'll be able to train new generations of Portal Knights. Alright. Hail, fellow knight. Now that the way to the base, you say exactly the same thing as the last guy did. What is this? A way to make better weapons? Better armor? Requires character 20 level to be 29. We haven't talked to you yet. The area I came from before the Portal Knights used to call I became a Portal Knight used to be called Addermore. The magical ward on the fortress means that you won't be able to build it. Yeah, we already know that. Hi there. The Archivist. I'd say the Orbis Fractum, sorry, the big globe there is in need of an update. What with a new Portal Knight making the rounds, care to help? Sure. Perfect. If you would gather some metal, I will work on creating plates for the new globe. Is this a main scenario quest? No, he will just give us stuff, I'm guessing. I don't really get it. This is just... Did we finish the game, or is there more to be seen? Archmage Tendus? Curious. Dish the dirt. I'm guessing we need to farm something for him. We haven't been to the highest tower yet though, so... And from our experience, there is something up there. Welcome to the ranks, sir. Curiouser and curiouser. The Hollow Knights were once our brothers and sisters in arms. They deserve peace if we can bring it to them. With your help, I may be able to find a way. Can I count on your assistance? Thank you. Thank you. Two of these items are vital to my research. What items? I don't know what that was, but I heard a beep. Astral Heart, Energy, Heal. But these are all... They are all not main scenario quests. So did we finish the game or something, or... Is this it? Because what is the point of giving us more simple things to build? Let's take a look. I'm curious, what can we do with red portal shards? Portal Knights. What is the use for red portal blocks? Yeah, we get that. I get that they're used to travel to Portal Islands. But what do you use them for, though? This is so confusing. As far as I can see, you can't really use them for anything except for some event worlds. So I think beating the last one, that was it. That was all we needed to do. Yeah. Portal Knights. Curious. Yeah, I don't really know. I think we finished the game because anything else I can find is just post-game content or using your imagination to build other stuff in game. Oh, that's the wrong one. Because we can't do anything else really. We can help these guys with quests, but we'll probably just get gear or other items. Or we can wait for events to trigger, but that doesn't really seem that interesting, to be honest. I mean, and I tried out the DLC islands, but they aren't just as appealing or fleshed out as the things on the main world. So I think for this game we'll leave it at this. And yeah, we beat the final boss. We did it. We beat Portal Knights. I don't really care about the other stuff though, because I mean, there are other games I want to play and other games I want to try out, but there isn't really a reason for me to continue in this game. Yeah. Let's see. We can load something else on stream though, because I have been wanting to try out some other things. I think my smoke detector is the battery is dead because it gives a beep every 2 minutes, every 3 minutes. So I think I need to refresh that one. Where is it? Here it is. And then we'll just turn this back on. Are you sure? Yes, I am very sure. Let's see. So we finished that. What else should we do? I mean, there are other games I've been wanting to play, but I don't know which ones. Let's see. I could continue the story in Genshin Impact for Emily. I think that's a great option. We haven't finished that one yet. Then I need to make a few changes. Yep. Like that. Now we're playing Genshin Impact. And continuing the Genshin Impact Saga. Continuing the Genshin Impact Saga, also try to beat the final incident. We also try to beat the final Portal Knight boss. Yes, like that. And then I need to change it here. And then I need to change it here. And mute myself. For goodness sake. No, that's not what I want. Now we have two music types going against each other. That's not the best idea. Hello, can I edit my my live stream, please? I don't know why it doesn't let me. Yeah, this one. We need to edit this one. And it's too long. Of course, it's too long. Well, I edited it. Hopefully, it's visible correctly right now. Let's see. Oh wow, Nintendo is trying to do a live stream for indie developers. I did not expect them to do that. I can turn the background off until someone says something. Maybe that's better. So we just have this. And if I'm correct, you should be able to see the game right now. Within this second. Hello? No, not that. Game capture, yeah. That is not it. Yes, here we go. Alright. To continue the story for a meal and maybe get some more primal gems. Let's just see. We also can try to do the Imaginarium Theater. We haven't tried that out yet. There isn't really a reason for me to go back to this world though. Let's see. This is a story in Sumeru. Okay, hopefully we can do this before I need to go. Hello, Cafe. Will you give me your 20 primal gems? I mean, last time we just we played Genshin. We finished the stream for we finished the stream. We finished doing all the quests for the summer event. And this is one we have left. I don't think this really will make the difference. I also don't know how long this one is or how useful this one is. And as I said earlier, I don't intend to just do all the quests that we can't read, that aren't provided. Like, if they're not talking in the quest, then it's probably not that interesting. And maybe for a few of the quests we do, that doesn't really matter. Or does matter, because I know there are a few quests in the world that are really interesting, that aren't voice acted, but still, quests like these for summer events, and they aren't. And if I miss them, if I just skip through them, even though they were interesting, then maybe I will look something up on YouTube and to get back into the story. Hello there. Let's see. Flying faster than running. I mean, I do think that the story of Emily could be interesting, because she is a chemist from what I saw, and she could trace things down. So maybe it will be a murder mystery trial, like the last time we did the Siege Queen quest. Let's see, where is this? Right here. Talk to Tanari. Do we have to go just around the whole of Sumeru and talk to everyone? That will probably be the case. Tainari, are you here? Big-eared boy. The House of Dana. I didn't see a lot of the live stream from when Genshin Impact 5.0 was announced. But I did see a few things. I did see how big the area was, and I saw a little bit of the characters. But my intention is to currently keep all of the primate gems saved that we collect for Murati. I don't know exactly what she's called for the Archon of Netland. Because there isn't really a reason for me to save for other characters, because I already have a few characters that I want to try out, but I haven't leveled them yet.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
And I don't know if I will, but yeah, gliding will be faster. Yeah, I think we just go looking around all the characters right now. Wait, I wonder, can you in Twitch, can I stream back? No, I can't. I forget sometimes that it is a possibility that you can't do that. Watching the stream back in Twitch, because you can do that in YouTube, but in Twitch you can't just view what happened an hour earlier. I don't even know what this quest does for me for the event. I mean, I could just collect a few more of the primate gems in the world, but I haven't done the Imaginarium Theater yet, so. House of Dana. Let's just go here. Otherwise, we have to walk all around map and maybe shift to characters that are a bit faster than they are. Like this, for example. This isn't the best option. This could be. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This is a little bit faster than if we tried it out the other way around. I'm also wondering how much stronger the enemies in the world will be the moment we start the other the new expansion. I don't know what this quest is called, otherwise I could look up how long it is. Hello, Nahida. Haven't seen you in a long time. Except for in my party. Oh. Okay, let's take a look at how long this quest is, though. Let's see. I would like to position my camera in a different way, but I don't really know if that's possible. Because it would just get in the way of my second screen, and I definitely need my second screen.
Astrologers must rid themselves of...
Yeah, I know that. I know, Mona. An odd textural mystery. Oh, it's like 40 minutes. No, it says here it's 40 minutes long, and this one says it's 14 minutes long. That's quite the difference for a simple quest, isn't it? Oh. Hello there. I do think it will depend on how long you take to go to certain characters. Or if you read the entire text though. Because that will definitely make the difference. Thank you, Sino, for all that information and all that text. Settles. Yeah, that's nuts. Absolutely correct. This one's very long. This voice conversation is way too long. Oh, I accidentally clicked something on my PC. For some reason I can't select this this stream as or this game as the main source. I need to just use my screen, even though it's in full screen. It could be because it's windowed, not windowed full screen, or windowed full screen. But it doesn't detect this as a game. I don't know why. All depending on who you ask, it isn't a game, but it's more like a life simulator. Just having numerous conversations. Yeah, we went in circles to get you your book, but here you have. Here you can have it. I want you out of my my window. Where does it take me? I would have hoped that was the end of it, but apparently not. Hello. Can you just go on? Yeah, that was the quest. a textual mystery. So we have only these 4 to do, and we can't claim more keys. Alright, then let's continue with this one. Okay, what was she called again? Emily. So let's start Emily's quest. There it is. Yeah. We can just float to there, to the destination. There weren't that many quests in Port Ormuz though.
I thought I told him to spray it with water to retain moisture before applying the film. You can't treat a glaze lily like a cactus. If Sanjay does this again, the loss will have to come out of his food expenses.
I'll go talk to him. At this rate, he won't even be able to afford eating cacti for much longer.
What the hell were they talking about?
Oh, it's you two. It's been a while. What brings you to Port Ormuz?
We didn't have anything to do, and this place looked pretty lively, so we decided to stop by. But, what's with all the flowers around here?
Well, Port Ormuz is currently organizing a flower exhibition featuring flowers and plants from all over Teyvat, so I came to help out. The exhibition includes flowers from every corner of the world, each with their own unique properties and needs. With that in mind, the curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharuar capable of retaining heat and moisture. Even so, an expert is still required to develop tailored transportation and care plans for each type of flower.
Oh, and that expert is you, right?
Not this time, no. I'm just here to help out. The expert in charge is someone else.
Mr. Tainari! Sanjay! He confused the poisonous bulbs with garlic shoots, and he ate them!
Never mind. Forget about what I said about the food expenses. Apologies, Traveler, Paimon. Looks like I've got something to take care of. I'll be back in just a moment.
Tainari's busy no matter where he
Interesting.
is, huh? Yeah, seems like it. Some people just need supervision. Well, looks like Tainari might be busy for a while.
I could say that about a
Let's
lot
take
of
look
people.
around the port in the meantime.
Floral depth, blood dew. It's about flowers. Great.
Wow, look at these flowers! They smell
So what?
so...
Huh?
Paimon's... fine. She's just got a little...
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilia's? No.
It's getting worse. Why? But, Paimon was fine just a moment ago. She didn't even eat anything
My
weird.
nose is stuffed.
A moment of your time, you two? If it's not too much trouble, perhaps you could try this incense.
Incense? Oh, the scent is so nice. What? Whoa, that was fast. Paimon doesn't have to sneeze anymore.
Think nothing of it. From your attire, I imagine you two aren't from Sumeru either. Seeing as we're both travelers from abroad, it's only right that we help each other out should the occasion arise.
Oh, so you're here for the flower exhibition too?
I suppose that's accurate. Ah, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Emily, a perfumer from Fontaine.
Paimon is Paimon. Thank you so much for your help just now. Oh, and this is...
The Traveler, right? I've heard a lot about you from the Steambird. It's nice to finally put a face to the name.
What
I
happened
didn't hear
back
a lot
there?
about you,
Why
though.
did Paimon start sneezing all of a sudden?
Have you ever heard of hay fever? To put it simply, When inhaled, certain pollens can trigger abnormal physical reactions.
But Paimon has seen these kinds of flowers before and nothing weird happened then.
Well, we're all different. The factors that can trigger a reaction to certain stimuli vary by person. In isolation, the effects of certain pollens may seem minimal, but inhaling various types at once can trigger a more overt reaction. But there's no need to worry. Pollen allergies can be effectively mitigated with the use of medication.
Oh, well, that's good.
Traveler, Paimon, there
I
you
need
are.
to take pollen medication
I
too
left
at the
in
moment.
such a hurry, I forgot to
It's
warn you about
really
all the
warm
pollen in
outside
the
and I
air.
can just feel it in my nose.
Emily?
It's horrible.
What a coincidence. Looks like my worry was misplaced then. The Traveler and Paimon are in good hands.
It was nothing, really. We happened to run into each other shortly after my arrival, and I offered them a bit of help, that's all. I'm more curious as to why you thought the Traveler and Paimon were in danger. Allergies are highly unpredictable. If you were concerned the pollen might trigger a reaction, that must mean something similar has happened in the past.
Remember the first time we met? You fainted after inhaling Spirit Borneal.
The Spirit Borneal didn't affect Paimon at all, and now she's the one suffering. It makes no sense.
It's not really something you can make sense out of, Paimon. There are all kinds of allergies out there, caused by a variety of different factors. Some people are even allergic to almonds. It's not something you can generalize.
Exactly. I even encountered a case in Fontaine where someone had an allergic reaction to soba noodles their family brought back from Inazuma.
Whoa. Good thing Paimon isn't allergic to anything delicious.
In a manner of speaking,
It's a great way to
although
get
you
out
could
of
say the
eating something
patients
you
I
don't
deal
like.
with are rather unusual.
In addition to medicine, Emily is also very knowledgeable about botany. She's taught me a lot about the native flora around Fontaine.
And that's where my expertise ends, I'm afraid. When it comes to breadth of knowledge, Tainari certainly comes out on top.
A flower expert? Oh, Paimon's got it! You must be the expert Tainari mentioned, the one in charge of the exhibition!
Wrong again, I'm afraid.
Well, I did come for the exhibition, but only to inquire about the Auguste variety. I'm not involved in any official capacity.
Oh, Paimon was sure she got it right this time.
It's a kind of flower that was once popular in Fontaine. The perfume made from it also bears the same name, Auguste.
Auguste, huh? That's not a name you hear often nowadays.
In an ancient language, the word is said to mean sacred or noble. It's sometimes used as a name for people as well. Ah, that reminds me. Are you familiar with a historical event in Fontaine known as Perfume Mania? Perfume Mania was an event that occurred in Fontaine nearly 20 years ago. It all started when several merchants released their own lines of high-end, expensive perfumes, marketing them as must-have luxury products, the very symbol of elegance itself. No one anticipated the absolute frenzy this would create on the market, causing the price of perfumes to skyrocket. The demand was twofold. What some saw as a status symbol, most saw as a money-making opportunity. You could take advantage of the soaring price by hoarding them and reselling at even higher margins. The value of these products became so inflated, regular bottles of perfume were even going for hundreds of thousands of mora. This resulted in countless disputes and scams. But at the end of the day, perfume is just perfume. The market value greatly exceeded the intrinsic worth of the product, creating an economic bubble that was never going to last. Luckily, the Palais Mermonia recognized the danger and intervened before the craze could truly spread. Many profiteers and scammers were thrown in jail as a result. In the end, only a few wealthy families were affected when the bubble popped.
What does all this have to do with that Auguste you mentioned earlier?
Well, during the craze, the most popular perfume was none other than Auguste. The demand far exceeded the supply, to the point where it once sold for 10 million mora a bottle.
10 million? Then what about now?
After the mania ended, most perfumes returned to a normal price. Auguste was the only exception. Its namesake, the flower used to create it, went extinct. As a result, no new bottles of Auguste have been made, and the value of the perfume remains exceedingly high. Indeed, the Auguste flower was not a natural variety, you see. It was specially cultivated for use in perfume making. When the bubble popped, All the flower beds used for its cultivation were destroyed in a fire. The variety has never been seen since.
But didn't you say you came to the exhibition to look for it?
Ah, yes. I came to investigate a certain rumor that the Auguste flower has reappeared in Sumeru. It's causing quite the stir in the Fontaine perfume market.
Traveler, we should help Emily look for it.
I have to agree. Emily wrote me to ask if I could look into the rumor, but the forest rangers haven't received any reports of new plant species recently.
Even if I can locate the flower, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed, Paimon. I don't have any grand Mora-making endeavors planned. Divine, noble, one of a kind. All beautiful sentiments to be sure, but to me, they overshadow the very essence of the product. When it comes to perfume, I want people to forget the price and the prestige, and focus on the beauty of the fragrance itself.
Wow, so noble.
Of course, there's also a more practical reason. In recent years, low-grade counterfeit versions of Auguste have been popping up on the Fontaine perfume market. Every so often, someone will claim to have recreated the unique scent of Auguste, and the rumor mill will start comparing the counterfeits to my own work.
Okay, that's more like the reason Paimon had in mind.
So she's the one who made the
Ever since
Auguste.
that rumor started, 3 new perfumes claiming to be made from the Auguste flower have appeared on the market. If I can dispel the fanaticism surrounding Auguste, even just by proving the rumor to be false, Fontaine's perfume market can finally start to get back to normal. Then I'll be free from all the stories and added meaning and just focus on making what I like.
That makes sense.
Oh, I would of course be grateful for your help, but I wouldn't want to trouble you.
Well, you said it yourself. We're both travelers from abroad, so it's only right that we help each other out.
Huh, I suppose you're right. Then you have my thanks.
Based on the information I have so far, it's unclear if the rumor is true. Mr. Edgar also thinks it's too early to say, but you could always go talk to him. He was there all those years ago, after all. Maybe he'll know something.
Ah, I was just about to pay him a visit at the hotel.
Edgar? Who's that?
The person you've been trying to guess this whole time. The flower expert in charge of the exhibition. He's also the most respected and experienced perfumer in the area. Back when he was still working in Fontaine, Auguste was his creation.
Ah, okay.
I should also mention, he was my teacher, the one who taught me the basics of perfumery when I apprenticed in Sumeru.
So this guy was a famous perfumer in Fontaine?
Anyway. Yeah, so this
It's a
story is
long
all
story.
about perfume.
If you're interested, we can talk more about it when we see him.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, look at all the flowers!
Apparently, the exhibitor paid a large sum to rent out the hotel and surrounding buildings. They're being used as temporary storage facilities and lodging for exhibition personnel.
Yeah, what if guests come early? They won't have anywhere to stay. Also, renting out this big of a hotel, how are they gonna make that Mora back?
It's been so long, I almost didn't recognize you, Edgar.
Well, you and your brother haven't changed a bit.
Oh, yeah, look, all this catching up is nice and all, but let's get down to business. We need to talk about Kyria. Is he...
Hold on, we have guests.
It's nice to see you again, Master.
Emily? Is that you? Oh, it's been years. Look, I've heard you've become quite the famous perfumer in Fontaine. It would seem the student has surpassed the master.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to your mentorship.
Ah,
Doesn't deny it.
hardly.
Nice.
I taught you the basics. Hearing
She's
you call me master.
way smaller than I expected.
I'm not sure I'm deserving of that title. I've taught many students here in Sumeru over the years, but I've yet to see one turn out quite as accomplished as you.
She has a bit of
You're
the same
only one
style
who
as
can
you
take
mean.
credit for that success. And who are these two? I don't recall you mentioning them in your letter.
Ah, they're my new friends, the Traveler and Paimon.
Emily's friends. Well then, the pleasure is all mine.
And these two gentlemen? Are they friends of yours, Master?
Of course. We're perfume merchants from Fontaine. I'm Ood, and this here is my younger brother, Blaze. Edgar, the two of us are old friends. Isn't that right, gentlemen?
Yes.
Is anyone in the real world
brothers?
called Ood?
You must be here to look for the August
That would be
flower
amazing.
Well, what respectable perfume merchant hasn't heard of a goose?
This reminds me a little bit of
Anyone in the
Doctor Who
business
and
would
the
be interested
Ood.
in the rumors.
I'm guessing you're here for the same reason, Emily. We were just about to get into it, so you three might as well join in. I commissioned a few eremites to do some scouting for me. They searched all over Sumeru, but there were no sightings of the August flower. That being said, there are people in Port Ormos who claim to have smelled a unique fragrance on the streets. Definitely floral, but still distinct. Some of them were merchants who lived in Fontaine 20 years ago. According to them, the fragrance smelled exactly like the August they remember from back then.
I don't
A
even
one-of-a-kind,
remember what certain things
divine,
smelled like
and
20 years ago.
noble scent.
Maybe someone around here just happens to have a bottle of August from back then.
No, I don't think so. I doubt that's the case. Even if someone had a bottle that was never opened, the fragrance of the perfume would have changed over time. Very few perfumes can go decades without a change in scent. Auguste is even more prone to that kind of shift. Only a few bottles still exist in Fontaine, and their scent would have completely degraded by now. Although, could there be a flower out there with a similar fragrance? Or in accord with the same base notes?
Impossible. If a goose were that easy to replicate, it would never have sold for such a high price all those years ago. The Auguste flower is back. It has to be.
Technically speaking, the scent wouldn't be impossible to imitate.
Well, let's table that question for now. Edgar, did any of those people mention where the scent was coming from?
No. By the time they realized they had smelled something, the scent was already gone. If I hadn't asked about it, they probably wouldn't have given the experience a second thought. Compared to things we see and hear, smells can be much easier to overlook.
It almost sounds like someone wearing the Auguste fragrance passed them on the street.
Wait, are you saying...
Just thinking out loud. Don't pay me any mind.
We don't have much to go off of right now, but we can't rule out that possibility. I'll send some more people to investigate. You all traveled so far to be here. Why don't you rest in the hotel for a bit? Ood, Blaze, this is the key to your room.
Ooh, you've got the keys to the rooms? Do we get free lodging too?
My apologies. All the rooms in the hotel are accounted for, I'm afraid. Most are being used for storage ahead of the exhibition, you see. I managed to tidy up one of the rooms for these two at the last minute, but by the time Emily wrote to me, there was no more space left for her to stay.
Oh, and we just showed up out of the blue. Guess that means there's definitely no space for us.
I should have been more considerate. Here I am with an entire hotel at my disposal and no place to offer you to stay, even after you made the trip all the way to Sumeru.
Don't worry, Master. I can sleep on the boat tonight, or I could even camp in the wild. It would give me the opportunity to collect some plant specimens while I'm here in Sumeru. Even better. Although, would it be possible for me to leave some of my luggage here?
Doesn't even
It would
ask if
be
we can
rather
come
cumbersome
with
to take
her.
it camping.
We
It
just
shouldn't take up too much space.
go with the go with
Well,
her without asking.
About that.
Of course, no trouble at all. My brother and I will keep an eye on them for you, as long as you don't mind, mademoiselle.
All right, then. Ood, why don't you take Emily inside and find a suitable place for her luggage? I'll prepare some refreshments and join you in a bit.
Do we need to go inside? Yeah. All right.
Whoa, the smell
Gift
of
with
flowers
flowers?
is so strong. Didn't tidied up around here? There's still so many flowers. Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers. Looks like this exhibition is gonna be huge.
No, that's a florist thing. We work closely with the essential oils of various plants. But to maintain a sharp sense of smell, most perfumers prefer to keep their homes free of strong odors.
Oh, guess there's just too much to store for the exhibition then.
Oh, this room seems to be a connected suite, and my brother will be staying on the other side of the suite. Blaze, while you're out, why don't you bring our luggage over as well? Blaze!
Yes, of course.
All right, then. Where can we find your luggage, mademoiselle? Blaze will go fetch it for you.
It's still at the port. In addition to some daily
You would
necessities,
only use
there's
your
also a
brother
case of amber wine that I brought
carry,
back from
carry
Fontaine.
luggage like some
Could I trouble you to bring that back
some
as well?
carrying
it would be
boy.
the perfect way to repay you for your hospitality.
How generous. I should thank you on my brother's behalf. You stumbled upon his weakness. He's aloof about most things, but alcohol is his one true love.
Is that so?
He's an alcoholic, alright.
Mr. Ood, Mr. Blaze, thanks for...
Mr. Ood.
Hey! What are you doing?
That's Master's voice.
I think Ood is not in his right mind. They did something.
Edgar!
Master!
Hey, Edgar. Are you all right? Can you hear me?
Who did this?
Kyria. August.
Oh, he's dead.
Hey, Edgar? Edgar!
No, don't shake him. He's injured. Just leave him to me. You two can... Oh, thank you.
We're probably not fast enough.
I checked. It doesn't look like anyone passed through here.
Oh, but that's impossible. It's not like that kid can just grow some wings and fly away. Oh, the culprit, I mean. It's not like the culprit could have just disappeared into thin air.
He knows more than he lets on.
That strange smell around here. Is it coming from this bottle?
Only a small amount of liquid is left inside the bottle, and streaks of the residue can be seen on both the mouth and the side of the vessel. It seems like someone forcibly poured out whatever was inside the bottle.
Oh, really? You think?
And here?
Do you think whoever did this was hiding in the flowers before they attacked Edgar?
There are no footprints in the flower beds, and it doesn't look like there are any of the branches or leaves has been disrupted.
True.
I mean, could be if it was a kid.
Well, we looked all over, but the only clue we found was that bottle.
The most important thing we can do now is focus our efforts on treating Master. Can you help me move him inside?
Absolutely.
So, how's he doing?
When I administered emergency treatment, I discovered a residue in his nose and mouth. Master was most likely forced to ingest a certain liquid. He's still unconscious, and inducing vomiting could obstruct his airways. We'll have to look into other clues for now. Ah, yes. The scent is the same, but the chemical composition is still unclear. We'll have to do further tests to determine if it's the same liquid, and how toxic it is to the human body. But first, I do believe there are two people who could shed some light on the situation. Mr. Sylvain, Mr. Lucien.
Wait,
Mr. Ood.
Hey, were you talking to us, mademoiselle? I'm afraid we'd never heard of those names before.
Before arriving in Sumeru, I asked a friend from the Special Patrol to look into the creators of Auguste. There were 4 people in total. The perfumer, Edgar, the one thrust into the limelight, and 3 others. A researcher from Sumeru responsible for cultivating the Auguste flower, and 2 merchant brothers responsible for promoting the product on the market. The 2 brothers capitalized on the mythos surrounding Auguste. Their actions lured in numerous speculators and profiteers, inflating the price of Auguste even further. In the end, they were sent to the Fortress of Meripede for falsifying their accounts and destabilizing the market. If you do the math, they should be out of prison by now.
And what does that have to do with us? There are countless merchant families in Fontaine. You gonna accuse them of being criminals too?
Every time your brother called you Blaze, it took you several seconds to respond. But when I called you Lucien just now, the name registered immediately.
Miss Emily, out of respect for your position as a famous perfumer in Fontaine, I'm inclined to believe that was simply a poor attempt at humor. You have a bright future ahead of you. You wouldn't want to develop a reputation as someone who throws around false accusations, especially among merchant circles.
You claim to be regular perfume merchants, and yet, when I brought up amber wine, you took it to be alcohol.
What?
Amber wine is a perfume I created several years ago. It wasn't particularly renowned, but I'm certain any respectable perfume merchant in Fontaine would know of it. Unless, until recently, they were living somewhere completely cut off from the perfume world. Somewhere like the Fortress of Meripede, perhaps?
Emily, you little...
Don't misunderstand, Mr. Sylvain. I don't bring this up to criticize you. No matter what happened all those years ago, the court has already passed its judgment. But Master's life is in danger. We need to learn whatever we can about the person who has done this. If Master's attack had something to do with Auguste, I would imagine the 2 of you might also be in danger. So I'd like to trouble you for some information, if I may. Tell me about Kyria.
Fine. As you wish.
Sylvain!
Lucien, if this will help us find Kyria, then it will be all worth it. Besides, we've already told most of the stuff to the Maison Orderly anyway. You were right, Miss Emily. There were 4 of us at the beginning. Myself, Lucien, Edgar, and a researcher from Sumeru in charge of flower cultivation, Vijava. Sometime down the road, the Marechaussee Phantom came knocking, saddled us with a list of accusations, and started looking into our books. They did their meddling, and my brother Edgar and I were forced to serve time in the fortress as a result.
Sounds like he's still upset about that. Wait, then how did Edgar end up in Sumeru?
Master was convicted as an accomplice, so he only had to serve a few years. He decided to move to Sumeru so that he could put those events behind him. Still, Master was depressed for a long time after that. He stopped making new perfumes and focused on introducing students to the craft instead. That's how I met him. My parents had to relocate to Sumeru for work when I was a child, so I had the chance to study under him for a little while. But we can talk about that some other time. I want to hear more about this researcher, Vijava.
Like us, Vijava
If
was
only you were
also
able to
staring
study
down
under
an
a convict.
investigation from the Marechaussee Phantom. But before the Phantom showed up at her door, she set all the flower beds on fire, along with much of the mora we managed to earn. All the Auguste flowers, everything we worked to create, was reduced to nothing but a pile of ash.
But destroying all that evidence, wouldn't that make things worse for her?
It didn't matter at that point, because she died in the fire as well.
What?
Sounds like you did an investigation of your own. Why even ask us if you knew all of this already?
The name wasn't mentioned in any of the files I reviewed either. But you 2 seem quite familiar with him.
Kyria was Vijava's younger brother. He was just a clueless kid back then. Somewhere in his teens, I think. He helped his sister with her work sometimes, but that was pretty much it. He didn't have any idea what we were doing. Vijava kept him close most of the time. The three of us were probably the only ones who even knew she had a brother. After our operation was compromised, he disappeared. There were no signs of him until recently, when people started saying the August flower had reappeared in Sumeru.
So, you think Kyria took something with him back then? Something that allowed him to reproduce the August flower?
Vijava doted on the kid like you wouldn't believe. She even told us to give her cut to her brother if anything happened to her. If she left something behind before she died, believe me, Kyria's the one that has it.
And judging by the liquid in that bottle, the August flower wasn't the only thing he reproduced. He managed to replicate the perfume itself.
So the liquid Edgar was forced to ingest really was August. Wait, does that mean August is poison?
Poison? No. Of course not. No perfume is meant to be ingested. Even small amounts can be dangerous, let alone ingesting a whole bottle at once. If August could be considered a poison, we wouldn't have even sold half a bottle back then. Edgar fell unconscious because Kyria forced him to drink perfume. It just happened to be August.
Strange, Sylvan seems nervous all of a sudden. Why did
He
it
probably
Kyria
thought we
attack?
had something to do with his sister's death. But to tell you the truth, I have no idea why she did all that. We're not looking for Kyria because we have it out for him. We just wanted to see how he was doing. And, if possible, work together to bring back August. We only went to prison for a bit of fraud and market manipulation. It had nothing to do with the product itself. As long as we keep things honest this time around, bringing the product back to market would almost be like honoring his sister's memory.
So that's why you never mentioned Kyria during your interrogation?
Oh, damn it. Give me a moment.
That's all we know. If you're looking for information on what's in August, or what to do if you ingest it, there are only two people to ask. Edgar or Kyria himself.
Alright, someone called me. Give me a moment. I need to pick something up from before that a package that they left in front of our door. Let me do this. And I'm back. Oh, I'm back again. Oh, wait. Where is it? Like this, yeah. And then I need to send a message to someone. Message to my father. Someone was delivered for him, or actually for me, but he uses it. So my apparently my bike is broken, and my dad tried to fix it. But he pulled a bit more apart than he wanted initially. So he ordered a few other parts that were missing. And yeah, those parts just got delivered. But he needs to fix it. Let's continue.
Well, at least we're able to say for certain that the
And I
substance
took
Edgar
something to eat.
ingested was in fact a goose. That gives us a direction for further testing.
Well, glad to hear it. Lucian, let's head back to the room and rest a bit. With everything that's happened, there are things that need reconsidering.
Yes, of course.
Why does he say that like he's a villain? I mean, he is, but still, yeah.
You think so too? That does seem to be the case. Pity we don't have more evidence. But based on Sylvain's tone of voice just now, I suspect further questioning will only result in more made-up answers.
The way you exposed them like that, just based on a hunch, that was genius! Oh, right. Earlier you said you were only sort of a doctor, and that your patients were unusual.
Oh yes, that's because most of the patients I encounter are already dead.
So you're a forensic doctor?
Close. I'm actually a forensic cleaner. Once the forensic team and the Marechaussee Phantom are done collecting evidence from the scene, I'm in charge of clearing away the final traces my patients leave on the world. In fact,
That's dark.
with just a small alteration to the formula, the same tincture used as the base of perfume can also be made into a cleaning agent. Basically, there are two sides to forensics. Those who collect evidence to expose the truth, and those who clean up the smells, bloodstains, and other substances left behind at the scene.
So she's a
I've
cleaning
learned
lady.
a lot in my line of work, and I've witnessed a lot of death. But this time, we may still save the patient. Actually, Traveler, could I trouble you to report back to Tainari and the officers at Port Ormos? We should update them on the situation. I'll stay
Will
here and
do.
continue to look after Master. Now that we have a sample of Auguste, I'm hoping further analysis won't be too difficult.
Let's see, where are you, Tainari? Well, we're not going to take this, that's way too slow. It still went down, apparently. Tainari! I am coming for your head.
Whoa, why the rush? Did something happen?
What? Edgar was attacked? He's the most famous perfumer in the region. Someone who's helped countless people around Port Ormos. How could this happen?
Sheriff, have you received any reports of a suspicious individual fleeing through the bazaar?
No, but we've got eyes all over the area. I'm sure someone's seen Kyria. I'll start gathering my forces. We won't let him get away.
What about you, Tainari? Do you have a plan?
I'm sure the sheriff can handle things over at the scene, and I doubt Emily needs my help looking after Mr. Edgar.
But she said she's not a real doctor.
Then she was far too modest. She may not be a doctor by trade, but she has a deeper understanding of human anatomy and pharmacology than most scholars from the Amurta Darshan. Not to mention the fact that Mr. Edgar's condition is related to perfume. Emily is certainly in the best position to help him. As for me, I'll head to the academia and see what I can learn about Vijava and Kirya.
Oh, that's right! Vijava was supposed to be a scholar from Sumeru. Do you recognize the name?
From Emily's letter, certainly, but that was the first time I'd heard of it. The academia produces a lot of scholars, and there are plenty of graduates who choose to pursue a career outside their darshan. I didn't have time to look into it earlier, but now it seems like Vijava's past could be critical to getting to the bottom of what happened to Mr. Edgar. I have friends in Sumeru City that can help me investigate. With any luck, we'll have news to share by tomorrow. I'll leave you and Emily to watch over things here in Port Ormos.
Alright. Let's see. Wait until 7 next day. We can do that. What do we have here? And what is it? The Gamescom Award. Best mobile game. Alright. I went there to Gamescom. It was really fun. We got a few items in here, alright. And there's a special event going on. I thought I already did that. Didn't I do that already? Yeah, well, I already did this. Why does it give me the event again? And this is another one, apparently. Yeah, that's a little bit loud, thank you. Times 7. Does this? Nah, we'll just do this, to be certain. Otherwise we have to start over again. Go back to the same menu. Alright.
Well, it's been a day. Wonder if Tainari's discovered.
Yeah. Is the entire story just here in Port Ormos?
Things weren't looking good with Emily's master yesterday. We should check on things at the
Hotel first. Yeah, that is correct. Hi, Emily. How's Edgar?
No longer in critical condition, thankfully. He's still very weak, but with a bit more rest, he should regain consciousness soon. My chemical analysis of a goose also went smoothly, although it certainly raised some questions. I was able to identify the components that give the substance its fragrance, but I also noticed an abnormal trace of elemental energy in the sample.
elemental energy.
Would that have an effect on the body?
Hard to say.
Probably.
It was such a minute amount, proportionally speaking, like mixing a single drop of perfume into the ocean. I had to use one of the newest tests developed in recent years to even detect the traces present in the sample. Unless you were abnormally sensitive to elemental energy, I doubt it would have any effect, even if you use the product every day for 10 years. As for whether Master's condition was caused by the elemental energy present in the sample or some other component of the perfume, it's still too early to say.
Oh, that reminds Paimon.
Yeah, that's to be
Did
expected.
Tainari come and find you? Maybe we could ask him to take a look.
I received a message from him last night, but I haven't heard anything since. The message said he was looking into some information at the academia.
Oh, Paimon thought he might have stopped by to see you first. Excuse me? Is Miss Emily here?
Hey, Kali.
Oh, perfect! Familiar faces! Traveler, Paimon, you're here too!
Her voice is so high.
Ah, of course. Tainari's apprentice. He's mentioned you many times. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. And please, no need for formalities. Emily is just fine.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you too, Miss, Emily. Did Tainari send you here, Kale? Yep.
Hi, thank you.
Master and
Thank
the
you for
others went
following.
through decades worth of records last night, and still haven't had a chance to rest. I'm fast on my feet, so it only made sense for me to come and give you an update.
I'm curious,
Anyway,
you're probably
based on
watching.
what they've reviewed so far, they believe
Because you
there's no
followed.
indication that a researcher by the name of Vijava ever passed through the academia.
Are you interested for Natlan tomorrow?
Master considered
'Cause
that
I am.
possibility as well.
Or
But the
I don't
name
even know
wasn't the only dead
if you
end.
play Genshin Impact.
Master tried to track down people with a similar research direction or background, but also couldn't find a match. How is that possible?
Oh,
It's starting to seem very likely. If we want to figure out her true identity, I'm afraid another conversation with those two merchants might be our only...
Hey! Lucian!
that voices.
Wait, you don't think Kirio came back, do you?
That seems impossible. If someone came in or out of the hotel just now, we would have seen them.
Let's go inside and check. I don't think we'll find anything, but it is a bit curious that the entire story just takes place here. You would
It's
have.
locked?
Okay. That's also a possibility.
Lucian! Lucian! Come on! Wake up!
I liked Ood. I like the name Ood more. Or was the other guy called Ood? I don't
Emily,
know anymore.
My brother, he's gonna be okay, right? He's just unconscious. Like what happened to Edgar.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sylvain, but we were too late this time.
Wait, he's dead?
No, that's not...
Traveler, Kale, Mr. Sylvain has gone through a huge shock.
What?
He needs some space to calm down. Could one of you take him next door? It's not good for him to look at his brother's body like this.
Of course.
Bro, how did he
Leave it
die?
to me.
Thank you both.
What happened?
Mr. Sylvain?
Damn,
let's
that's
get
sudden.
You up. Here, take my... We'll take things from here. Just focus on getting some rest. Here, this way.
What the hell? He just died?
Poor guy. He's like a shell of his former self. He may have made some bad decisions in life, but right now, Paimon can't help but feel sorry for him.
Good person or bad, the death of a loved one is equally painful.
What the...
All the moments he shared with his brother, every hardship and triumph they endured together, are now memories he has to carry alone.
If Kirio really
That is
was
so
behind this,
random.
then
What the hell?
What exactly did he do to Lucian?
Lucian can no longer speak, but the traces left behind by his death most certainly can. Traveler, I've got things covered here at the
They
scene.
don't
I'll leave
even
you to
involve the
contact sheriff.
Maripede. Or the... I don't know, whatever the police was called in this country.
Who would have thought? Yesterday's case is still up in the air, and now this happens. Miss Emily, I heard you're an experienced forensic doctor. Have you been able to discover anything?
Oh, I'm not actually a forensic doctor. I just happen to have some relevant knowledge. I did take a look, though. Judging by the temperature and rigidity of the body, it appears the time of death was sometime last night. I'd have to do a more thorough investigation to find out more.
Then, would you mind helping us investigate? Before he left, Tainari said we could trust your judgment if something like this were to happen.
Of course, I appreciate your trust. Many of the traces left behind at the scene will fade with time, so the sooner we investigate, the better.
We'll help too. We don't know much about dead bodies, but you can leave the other clues to us.
That was so random. Okay.
Pupils are dilated, skin is flushed. No overt external injuries or signs of a struggle.
Yeah. Hi. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm doing Emily's quest. There is not really much else I can do right now before for the other things. Wait, let me just. Pull up that's the wrong one. Pull up this. Streamlabs chat. If you say something now, now it will probably appear on the screen. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm doing Emily's quest. There's not really much else for me to do right now. I mean, I can try the Imaginarium Theater because I haven't tried that out yet. But for the rest, oh wait, I need to go inside. I just did it last night, so it's no longer spoilers for me. Yeah, I was expecting that it wouldn't be that interesting, so that's the reason that I waited so long to try it. Seems like I'm having internet issues today. Could be my stream though. I don't know. But you're still visible though in the game or in the chat. Why does it want me to go outside? Door exit. Oh. This door was probably locked last night.
The windows are shut tight too. Seems like the only way to get
But how
in
you
would have
doing?
been through Sylvain's room. Well, looks like we've investigated as much as we can. Let's go report back to Emily and Shiam.
How you doing, Tetsukla? Oh, okay.
So, did you find anything?
It's not my stream then.
Paimon can show you.
As far as I can see, I fixed the issues I had like 2 weeks ago with. Okay. I had 2 weeks ago with my stream having a low refresh rate or a low
No, his
low pixel
reaction to the
density.
loss of his brother seemed genuine, and he doesn't have a motive.
It's still not the best it could be
what
because
could
my
have happened last
computer can
night?
handle more, but
I know Sylvain is still in shock.
for some
but
reason it's
he's our only available witness.
it's really low
We have to take
sometimes,
a
and I don't know why.
I agree. Also, I've
But why do
made
you
some
have,
new
issues?
discoveries,
Issues
so we
or-
might as well head next door and go through everything together.
Or internet issues. Why do you have internet issues? Enter Sylvain's room. It was so random when you just walked
Mr.
into the room and
Sylvain,
someone was
I need you to
murdered
tell
in the
me
story.
everything you and your brother did
Would not
since
have
yesterday
expected that
afternoon.
from Genshin
Did you
Impact to
see
just
or hear anything
come out with that.
strange?
After Kyria attacked Edgar, my brother and I were incredibly We returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors leading to the hallway. The only door we kept unlocked was the one connecting our rooms. That way, if we heard any commotion coming from the other room, we could help each other. But I didn't hear any sort of commotion last night. Not a single noise. I woke up this morning, opened the door, and Lucian was...
So, no movement from the room next door. No forced entry via Sylvain's room.
I'm lightly
signs of a
suspecting
struggle at the scene.
suspecting the guy
No
here.
external injury
But
on
we'll see.
Lucian's body. What kind of cause of death are we dealing with here?
I did notice a few things about the body. Lucian's pupils were dilated.
I mean,
and
even
his
though he
skin
was heartbroken
flushed.
about his brother,
Very
he
similar to Master's
he still is a
symptoms after
suspect.
the attack yesterday. There weren't any traces of liquid in his mouth or nose, so it's unlikely he was forced to ingest anything. The more plausible explanation is that he inhaled a substance without knowing it, and I'd say that substance was likely a goose.
A goose? No, that's not possible. Inhaling a goose won't kill you. And anyway, it would have been for just one night. No, that's not what I meant. Emily, you ran your tests, didn't you? Go
Almost
on.
betrayed
Tell
yourself
everyone
there.
whether you found any poison.
No, I didn't find any common toxins.
See? A goose is harmless. The market response proved that years ago.
That may be true for most people, but not for everyone.
Let me guess, it could be an allergic reaction.
Master!
Edgar? You're up and about already?
Thanks to Emily, I'm out of the woods for now. Sylvain, no matter how hard you may try to hide it, the truth will always come to
Yeah,
light.
see?
Edgar!
Even if we could keep it a secret for another 10 or 20 years, do you think Kyria would just let us be? No. He would never give up. Not if he's doing all of this for Yelena.
So it is a poison.
That's Vijava's real name. Yelena wasn't a scholar from Sumeru. She was an exiled Fatus from Snezhnaya.
Oh, for two.
Fatus.
The Fatui. Well, that means the elemental energy present in a goose was...
Ah, so you've already detected it. Well, Sylvain, looks like there's truly no reason to hide things now.
Oh,
No, there's not.
The August flower
A
was
Fatus.
created
That's the
with
first time I've heard of
mutative and
that.
distorting power of a delusion.
A delusion?
The
Well, this
Fatui
case becomes more
delusions.
interesting the moment
I never would
by
have
moment.
thought
The
a
beginning
ghost
wasn't
was
that
hiding
interesting,
so
but
many
right now.
secrets.
Born of a delusion, August contained distorted elemental energy. A prolonged exposure over many years could have a harmful effect on the body.
that's enough, Edgar. I'll take it from here. At first,
I'm wondering
wanted to
so
keep
much how...
refining the perfume
Okay, this is
and the
super
flower.
annoying. My internet
But
dropped
no
off
one
3 more
knew how
times and
long
came
the
back since my
perfume
last
mania
message.
was going to last
Oof.
back then. It didn't have any effect.
I'm hoping
on
you can hear
ordinary
me,
people
but,
anyway. Every day we postpone going to market. was
I'm
another
almost
day
sure
of
you
lost
can't.
earning potential.
So you decided poisoning people was worth the risk?
Listen, it's not like it was good for business. But all that talk about a goose
But that's
being
annoying, man, that your
harmful over
internet dropped
time,
off.
Yelena was just speculating. The impact was practically
I mean,
negligible.
My internet is
Unless you were
quite good,
particularly
but
sensitive
sometimes
to
it drops
elemental
off too.
energy, or had an entire
I can
bottle
stream
shoved
without
down your
problems,
throat
though.
like Edgar. You could use
But
the product
there
for
are days that
decades
we
to
had,
be
that was before we
fine.
switched internet
It
providers.
may be
But
true there are no records of a goose poisoning in Fontaine. But even if no one was acutely poisoned, willfully bringing a product to market despite explicit knowledge of its harmful effects is still a serious crime. That explains why you were so intent on keeping Yelena and Kyria's involvement a secret all this time. despite readily confessing to all
Now
your
he's
financial
not thinking
crimes.
about his dead brother anymore.
Fatui, delusions, a ghost. If the Marishase Phantom discovered the connection between the three, there would have been enough evidence to send you to the Fortress of Meripede for life.
Ha! If I'd known coming to Sumeru would put a target on my back, I would have been more than happy to stay there. At least that way, Lucian would still be alive.
Oh, no. He's still thinking about it.
These years without any sign of Kyria, and he pops up out of nowhere the minute my brother and I get out of prison? It couldn't be any clearer who the kid's after. A ghost was harmless before. The fact that it's killing people all of a sudden must be his doing as well.
So there's bad blood between you.
What about Yelena's death? Was that a cover-up too? A way to destroy evidence?
I'll admit, we thought about it at one point. We took care to disguise the products circulating on the market, and no one was questioning Yelena's fake identity. But if the Marishase Phantom decided to look into the flower beds, it would have been the end. Yelena's ties to the Fatui, the role of the delusion, everything would have been exposed. Before we could even put our plan in motion, Yelena beat us to it.
Slither of
She
a few
burned all her
of
flower beds and threw herself into the
what,
fire as well.
what Snezhnaya would look
But
like.
if her goal was to destroy
It'd be so
evidence,
exciting.
there would have been no reason to do that to
But
herself.
that will have to wait till next year, I guess.
Yeah, she could have just burned the flower beds and fled with her brother.
I thought about it for a long time, but it wasn't until just now that I finally understood her reasoning. Everything she did, it was for her brother, Kyria. One of the reasons they defected from the Fatui was the deterioration of Yelena's body due to her excessive use of a delusion. She didn't want her brother to follow in her footsteps after her death.
Doing a check, I see there is a large spike of reports of internet problems in the southern Ontario since around 7 AM this morning. Oh, so you're not the only one. Alright. That makes sense then, right? I mean, I switched internet providers like or my parents did, like 2 years ago, just because the internet was getting really bad and we had large internet problems too. And we switched and we paid maybe a little bit more, but now we don't have any problems at all. Sometimes it just drops off, but that's how internet works, I'm guessing. It can't always be up 100% of the time, right?
After arriving
but it is
in
really
Fontaine,
annoying.
Yelena continued using the delusion to cultivate
It is
the
really
Auguste
annoying if
flower,
your internet isn't
weakening
working
her
correctly.
body even further. There were times when she couldn't even walk.
So
I mean,
she couldn't
the
flee with her
internet
brother
the
because
internet
she was afraid of
uptime,
holding him back.
The internet.
If her true identity was exposed, she and her brother would face pressure from both Snezhnaya and Fontaine.
I mean, I noticed that when my internet uptime the internet uptime in Europe or in at least in the Netherlands here is almost 100% of the time, but that makes it so that if you're really dependent on the internet like I am, the moment your internet falls away or drops out, I just don't know what to do, because my entire career, not this streaming exactly, but just my school, the things I do for work, they are based on internet. So that all falls away the moment I do something not internet related, or the moment my internet drops away. It's really annoying.
The Auguste flower
But
and Yelena's own
I shouldn't be
body
the one
both
to
bore the mark
make a
of
fuss
delusion.
about it.
There would have been
Other
no
people
way
have it
to
worse.
avoid suspicion. So, in the end, she burnt it all to ash,
Aw.
including herself. With all the evidence erased,
That is annoying,
Kyria
man.
was free to
Can you
take
play
the
games
Mora
yourself though,
and run.
without internet
So the wealth
problems?
you earned from a
Live
goose,
service games,
it
I
wasn't
mean.
destroyed in the fire. Yelena gave it to her brother?
Oh.
Most likely. Before Yelena died, she said if anything happened to her, she was going to
That
leave
is, not
everything
good.
to her brother. We just didn't realize she meant our
Maybe,
cut as well.
Maybe you should
That's why
look.
Lucian and I were searching for Kyria. To
Yeah,
take
I
back
get
our
in the game
Mora
and then
and the August
get
flower.
kicked off the DC.
We
Yeah.
just didn't realize Kyria was baiting us the whole time. It was all a trap.
Maybe you should consider getting Elon
know
Musk's
about Yelena's
internet
decision
with
to
the
sacrifice
satellite. I don't know what the uptime of his internet is, but
Yelena always wore heavy makeup around him to conceal her deteriorating appearance.
I mean, it would be a great option too,
She
though,
kept herself busy
for certain
work
people in certain areas.
to keep out of sight. That way her brother wouldn't notice how she could barely walk.
Then all we'll need to do is tell Kyria what really happened, and then he'll give up on his revenge.
I'm not so sure.
I don't think it will be as easy
Even
as
if he knew
just.
the truth, he'd still find someone to blame. He might think Yelena was forced into using a delusion to cultivate a ghost, or something like that. It's hard to pull yourself out of that kind of hatred, especially when you've been living in that headspace for so many years.
Very true. Even if Yelena's death was her own choice, I wouldn't call myself innocent either.
Edgar, what are you talking about?
Think about it, Sylvain. If we hadn't been in such a hurry to capitalize on the perfume mania all those years ago, do you think Yelena would have elected to take those risks? If we hadn't been
probably.
so blinded by greed, so insistent on increasing the scale of the flower cultivation, do you think Yelena's health would have deteriorated as fast as it did? If we hadn't invited the Marechaussee Phantom to our doorstep by breaking the law at every turn, Yelena could have survived.
She knew her limits. She knew her days were numbered. Maybe it was for her brother, but she was in it for the Mora just as much as us. We were just trying to earn a bit of Mora. And what, we deserve to die for that?
Always the main.
Target me for being the mastermind, sure. But what about Lucian?
Main problem.
He was just
when doing
following my
something like
orders.
this, right?
Lucian's
The main
crime.
incentive when someone
Was it
dies.
really so extreme that he had to pay for it with his life?
When isn't it?
The only person that can answer that question is a judge.
Fine.
I mean, I
I've
can play
said my
judge,
piece
jury, and
anyway.
executioner, so.
Drag me back to Fontaine to stand trial. I don't care.
3 people from Fontaine, 1 from Snezhnaya, and a crime committed in Port Ormos. What a headache. Well, we
Yeah,
can
that
only
seems like
wait
the
until
average
academia
answer
sends someone
an
to deal with it.
officer
I'm
will
guessing
give
we'll
you.
have to contact Fontaine as well. In any case, we won't really know anything until tomorrow.
Or it,
With the exhibition, we
detective
don't
would
even
give
have
you.
space in Port Ormos to detain anyone. Such a headache.
The hotel could suffice.
I'm gonna have to
You
go
could
and keep
station a
dropping
few
off.
officers to keep
And
an
then
eye
only
on
coming back
Sylvain
for like
and
30 seconds
myself.
before dropping off again.
Although
Yeah,
with
no problem, man.
Sylvain's mental state and my
I mean,
physical one,
I
I
will
don't
probably
think
see you in
need to
another
worry
stream
about a jailbreak.
when your
Mr.
internet is
Edgar, are you
back up and
saying-
running again.
If Sylvain is to stand trial, then I deserve the same fate. A crime is a crime, accomplice
Have a
or not.
nice day.
I'd just like to take care of a few things before I go. Say goodbye to my
It would be worse
plants
if it happened
and all
tomorrow
that.
for the War
As
5.0
for
update.
Sylvain, I'm sure he also has some goodbyes of his own.
If you have time to play, that is.
Would you be willing to grant that request, Sheriff?
Well, all right. I'll talk to the Academia. No matter who you were in Fontaine or what crimes you committed, the man we grew to know in Sumeru proved himself to be a good person. Your request is granted.
You have my thanks, Sheriff.
Happened tonight? Oh, you mean the possibility that Kyria might try to finish what he started?
Yeah, all people, but we still have no idea how to catch him in the act. If he targets Sylvain or Edgar again, we might not be able to stop him.
That may be true, but what if we can take advantage of his desperation? If we take advantage of this situation and lure him in on purpose, we might finally have the chance to talk to him.
Master, no. That's too dangerous.
So, that's your plan. If
Yep.
Kyria learns we're being taken away tomorrow, his last chance to enact his revenge would be tonight. In other words, you want to use us as bait to capture him.
Capture? Not necessarily. I just want to talk. What? Are you afraid of him?
Afraid? This is my only chance to make him pay for what he did. I'm spending the rest of my life in prison anyway. I can't just sit back and let him ride off into the sunset with our fortune. There's no way I'm letting him get away with it. Not after what he did to Lucian. As for the danger, everyone else just needs to make preparations in advance to protect us.
I'll admit, it could work. We just need to spread the word that Edgar and Sylvain are leaving tomorrow. Then I'll station some of my men around the hotel. If we have your assistance as well, our chance of success would be even higher.
I still have some reservations. But if you insist on carrying out this plan, I won't deny you my help.
I'll
We can
also
help
keep
stand
watch.
guard.
Although I think Sylvain and myself should remain alone in our respective rooms. If Kyria noticed another person in the room, he might decide to turn back. And besides, it's possible he's already transformed Auguste into a potent toxic gas.
You mean if he doesn't see a way to get his hands on the two of you, he might get so desperate that he'll just start using Auguste on everybody?
If that were to happen, everyone standing guard, even the innocent citizens in Port Ormos would all be in danger.
That's why everyone else needs to keep to the shadows.
Your cough
You're
was a little
still
bit late,
recovering.
though.
You need to rest.
This old pack of bones doesn't bounce back like it used to. I suppose I'll just have to leave the rest to you.
All right, we can figure out a plan to keep watch later. Right now, I say we split up, start spreading that information before it's too late.
Have you heard? Mr. Edgar's been detained. He's being taken away tomorrow.
What? He's the one who helped craft all the fragrances for our shop.
He taught my child how to make perfume. How could this happen?
He hasn't been convicted yet. Let's just wait and see what the court has to say.
Oh, everyone on the street is talking about the
Everyone is
rumors.
talking.
No
Watch
matter
out.
where Kyrie is hiding, he must have heard them by now. Let's head back to the hotel and take a break. We can see how the other preparations are going while we're at it.
Give me a moment. Oh, damn it. Some program doesn't work correctly. Right, let's see. Return to the area near the inn. Can't I just go up here? That's better. That's way faster. This works way better.
Emily! Chef Xian wants to talk to you and the Traveler about our plans for the night watch.
Thank you, Kale. But first, here. I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit. Why don't you have some?
Oh, that's very kind of you. But I'm okay.
Oh, it's not good to be so tense, especially when we've got a long night ahead of us. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I couldn't help but notice that something seems to be on your mind.
Was it that obvious?
You seem very preoccupied with Kyria's revenge. If there's anything you want to talk about, I'm happy to listen.
Oh, Hey, Emily! Kale? Oh, are we interrupting something? No, not at all. This will be easier to talk through with you here anyway. I've just been thinking. If Kyria has the capacity to commit murder while remaining completely undetected, why didn't he target Sylvain along with Lucien last night? There was just a single door separating them. If his intention was to target both brothers, then there was barely anything standing in his way. Don't you think? When I accompanied Sylvain to his room after Lucien died, and saw how distraught he was, I suddenly realized, maybe Kyria did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to experience the pain of losing a loved one before he completed his ultimate revenge.
So did he attack Edgar as a warning then? To scare Sylvain and Lucien?
Based on what we've heard about Kyria, that may
What
very
Kyria
well be
looked
the
like
case.
is still a mystery. Holy
Losing
damn.
his sister all those years ago. What has been going through his head? What has he been forced to endure? Whenever I get to thinking like that, I just can't help but wonder. If I were in his place, would I be able to let go of that hatred? I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't think like that. Not after everything he's done. But I just can't help it.
There's nothing wrong with the way you're feeling. Empathy is a part of human nature. In all my years of cleaning up crime scenes, I've witnessed countless families mourn their loved ones. Their cries of devastation and anger still echo through my mind, even now. Some of them even try to stop me, begging me not to erase the last remnants of their loved ones. But getting swept up in those emotions will corrupt your judgment. Surround yourself with fragrance for too long, and your sense of smell will become dull. Allow yourself to be consumed by your emotions, and you lose the ability to think rationally. So while you
That
hold
is
on to that
certainly
sense
true,
of
even in the
empathy,
real world.
you also need to ask yourself, do Sylvain and Lucien really deserve to die? How much did they truly know about the Fatui and the delusion? Did they force Yelena to make those decisions? Answering those questions requires a lot of time and evidence, while a single act of vengeance can put those answers forever out of our reach. I've witnessed a lot of deaths in Fontaine. When someone dies, a certain amount of information can be inferred from the traces left behind at the scene. But generally speaking, death will just leave most questions unanswered, and the whole picture ever incomplete.
Once you're consumed by hatred,
And that's why you have a judgment
it will
system,
become next to impossible to think about
even
things
in
that way.
Fontaine.
For someone like Kyria, I'm sure right and wrong lost all meaning a long time ago.
You're right. The fact that we can approach these questions from this perspective isn't because we're more rational than them. It's because we're fortunate enough not to have suffered that kind of loss. But that also makes us perfectly positioned to stand on the outside and try to pull them back from the brink before it's too late. I understand Kyria's decision, but I still want to stop him. Master, Sylvain, and Kyria. They all deserve to survive.
Huh. The fortunate and the unfortunate.
He does not think the same.
Emily, Traveler. Huh? Edgar, you're here too?
Oh, it's you two! Didn't you head back to your room
Yeah.
to rest, Edgar? Is it really okay for you to be out and about like this?
Yeah, my mom just came inside to help me. To ask me what I was doing.
A little exercise never hurt anyone. Besides, I don't have much time left in Sumeru. So I'd like to take care of my plants while I still can.
We could do that for you, Master.
No need. I've grown attached to these flowers, and this is my last chance to say goodbye. Come tomorrow. I'll be happy to entrust their care to you. I would imagine Sheriff Sham is here for a more important reason.
The Night Watch! You mentioned earlier that we still need to confirm our plans.
That's right. I've stationed some of my men around the surrounding area, but we still don't have anyone standing guard next to Sylvain's room. Exactly. After some discussion,
You even
we
need
concluded
someone
that
next to
Sylvain has
Sylvain's
the highest
room.
risk of being attacked next.
Oh,
You're the most
yeah.
skilled fighter here, Traveler. And Emily's expertise is sure to come in handy in a pinch. That's why I want you two stationed next to Sylvain's room. So, are you up for it?
Sounds perfectly
Yeah.
reasonable.
can
I'll
do
be
that.
glad to have your help tonight, Traveler.
Alright. Blood is due. Oh. Still continuing the walking animation.
Huh. Not a peep. Has Kirya given up on his revenge? Guess we'll have to keep at it. Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
Perhaps Kirya's true motive was simply forcing Sylvain to confess his crimes. No, that can't be right. If all he wanted was for Sylvain to be convicted for his true crimes, he could have tipped off the Marechaussee Phantom years ago. There must be something we're missing. Something extremely important.
Maybe we just need to calm down a little. How about some tea? That herbal blend from earlier was pretty tasty. You're right. Maybe we can look for a different distraction then, like looking at the flowers. Oh, there's a glaze lily here. Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Flowers, glaze lilies, incense. Oh no! Sylvain's room! Quick!
Wait, what?
I don't get it either.
Hey, did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
It was the older of the merchant brothers, right?
Yeah, I think his name was Sylvain. Poor guy was murdered in cold blood.
First it was Mr. Edgar, then that merchant named Lucian, and now this.
Listen up, everyone. This is an active crime scene. Please, no loitering.
It's been 3 days and they haven't even caught a glimpse of the guy. What is going on?
Well, he's also dead.
Do you think it could be the work of an evil spirit? I mean, how do you get away with something like that with so many people watching?
Keep it moving, everyone. No loitering.
Loitering. What a word.
I suppose I'm next.
Wait, the guy's dead? How the heck did that happen?
You don't know that. Kyria already attacked you once, and you survived.
That was
Perhaps
also
he doesn't
really
consider
random.
your crime to be worthy of death.
You were the only reason I managed to survive, Emily. I never did thank you for that, did I?
Even if
How
I
did
wasn't
3
there,
days pass, though?
Tainari was also in the vicinity. He would...
Is that so? I suppose I'm a very fortunate person then. I have exceptional students, caring friends, and the respect of my peers. If it is indeed my time to go, then I'll die without regrets. But Kyria has nothing.
That looks like a really
Yelena is
uncomfortable
gone.
pillow.
Now, his enemies are too. It really makes you wonder if there's even a reason to keep on living.
If you really want an answer, I suppose you'll have to ask Kyria himself, once we finally catch him.
Ah, well, I hope it all goes well. Emily, there's something else I'd like to ask of you. With everything that's happened, holding the exhibition is off the table now. But so many flowers were transported here for the show, some of them thousands of miles away from their homeland. I can't let them wither away with no one to care for them. Whether Kyria gets to me first, or I'm sent back to Fontaine to stand trial, I won't be around to look after them. I know it's a lot to ask, but could I entrust them to your care?
Of course, Master.
Really? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Now I truly have nothing to worry about.
Sheriff Sham still has some questions for me, so I've gotta go.
Go ahead. Best not to keep him waiting. He can be quite impatient.
I'm sorry, Master.
You would expect there to be other entrances. Right?
Another all-nighter. Paimon sure hopes Emily's plan will go well.
Probably not.
Emily still isn't back. I hope she didn't run into any trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. The crowd is gone now too, but I have to admit, I'm not really sure what's going on. After listening to Emily's plan, I started getting the materials together and arranging personnel. I barely had a second to spare last night. To be honest, I'm still not sure how the crime was committed that night.
The key clue was right in front of us the entire time. Let's go. We'll show you where the culprit hid a goose.
Point out where he hid a goose. The corners are filled with flowers from different nations. The fragrance is incredibly strong. The grace lily swaying gently as its petals close. I can't read that
Glazed
fast.
lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before. It's a flower from Liyue, right?
Yep.
Well, did you know it only blooms at night?
Lily, you're back!
Exactly as expected.
A flower that only blooms at night. Ah, like the Neelitpala lotus.
Exactly. Although the Neelitpala lotus wouldn't be a good substitute in this scenario. When it's closed, the gaps between the petals are too large. That's why Kyria chose the glaze lily as his mechanism. He would start by preparing an Agus sample.
Dabbed it on the outside of the petals. Poured it into the flower pot. Soaked the area around the petals. I'm
If
this
applied
one.
to the outside, you would still be able to smell a goose even in the daytime.
Then this one.
There's a sticky substance on the edge of the flower petals. It's one I recognize.
Sealed inside the petals.
If you stick the petals together with slime condensate, then in the daytime, the glaze lily would act almost like a hidden container.
Poured it into the flower. Why would he pour it into the flower pot?
That's right! He applied a diluted form of slime condensate to the petals to stick them together and enclosed a sample of Agus in the center. That way, the Agus would remain trapped inside during the daytime, unable to seep between the petals and evaporate into the air. This also allowed the culprit to plant the poison well in advance, while his targets remained oblivious. However, the diluted slime condensate wouldn't be viscous enough to prevent the petals of the glaze lily from opening at night. So by nightfall, the flower would bloom, thereby forcing the target to inhale the Agus trapped inside.
And Kyria could execute his revenge without having to step foot inside the room during the night.
By the next morning, the sample of Agus would have nearly fully evaporated. The glaze lily would have already closed its petals, and any lingering odor would be concealed by the fragrance of the other flowers in the room.
Wait a second. You're telling me this version of a goose is so toxic, inhaling the minute amount trapped inside a flower is enough to kill a grown man? And how did Edgar even survive ingesting a whole bottle of the stuff?
That's because Agus is just as dangerous now as it was all those years ago. The level of toxicity has never changed. Only a small subset of people are truly at risk.
Ah, you mean people who are sensitive to elemental energy. So it's just some sort of happy coincidence that Sylvain and Lucien are allergic to the stuff? That can't be right. They were involved in the operation all those years ago. If the stuff gave them a bad reaction, they would have known from the very start.
I wouldn't use the word allergic necessarily. It's more like they're susceptible to its effects. But that distinction isn't important right now. You can think of it this way. It's not that Sylvain and Lucien are innately sensitive to elemental energy, but that Kyria found a way to ensure that they would be.
In Fontaine, I experienced how drinking primordial seawater made me more attuned with the element of hydro. But that substance...
That's not it.
All kinds of essential oils commonly found in alchemical products can temporarily increase elemental affinity. But it would be difficult to force someone to use them without knowing it. The incense I smelled earlier seemed familiar. Thinking back on it, I'm almost certain it was the scent of spirit. In Sumeru, scholars use spirit borneal to aid
Yeah, that's it.
Alchemically produced essential oils, the primordial seawater that caused unrest in Fontaine not too long ago. All of those are substances that can heighten your sensitivity to elemental energy.
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when we first came to Sumeru.
Ah, yes. I definitely remember that.
In Sumeru, it's not uncommon to use incense indoors, so its presence wouldn't arouse suspicion. The flowers in the room could also
Yeah, but
serve
who
to
would
mask
have
the scent.
lighted it or ignited
Flowers
it?
are pretty important to this plan, huh? The glaze lily is native to Liyue. It would be completely unnatural to have one here in Sumeru if it weren't for the exhibition. What a coincidence.
Actually, it's not a coincidence at all.
No wonder he was willing to pay a small fortune to rent out the hotel.
He probably used the Mora Yelena left him, don't you think? That money was supposed to set him free, but in the end... It was just a tool for his revenge.
There's a saying among forensic doctors in Fontaine. Every step you take leaves a mark. But up until this point, we haven't been able to detect any trace of Kiria's activities. That's not because he was coming and going undetected, or because he's some kind of evil spirit, but because he's been disguised as someone else this entire time.
Creating such an intricate mechanism out of a glaze lily, setting up the spirit Borneal in advance, and arranging for Sylvain and Lucien to stay at the hotel. It all points to one person, the expert in charge of the entire exhibition. Kiria and Edgar are one and the same.
But Kiria was only in his teens back then. He wouldn't even be 40 years old by now. Edgar's lived here for so many years. Even if he changed his appearance, going that long without giving anything away, it would be impossible.
Bad news, Sheriff! Mr. Edgar was attacked!
What?
A dark shadow-like figure just ran out of his room. It was giving off a really ominous aura. But before we could even react, the figure up and disappeared like some sort of ghost or something. By the time we got a look inside the room, Mr. Edgar was gone. Do you think Kiria kidnapped him?
I need you to think very carefully about this. Are you certain that figure wasn't Edgar himself?
I mean, Mr. Edgar was so frail. I don't see how he could have moved that fast.
It would seem Master decided to tap into an ill-advised source of power.
What?
A delusion.
That's so dangerous with the condition he's in. It's...
But
suicide.
Why? Why would he do that? He's already accomplished his revenge.
No. If his aim was to target everyone who had a hand in Yelena's death...
If he left Sylvain alive yesterday, not out of a desire to see him suffer, but to confirm the truth about why Yelena chose to die...
Then there's still one target left.
And the target is... the real Edgar.
The shadow-like figure ran in the direction of the elevator, and my partner immediately chased after them.
Now I'm confused. Is it
We should
Edgar or
hurry
isn't it
before they're
Edgar?
forced to confront each other.
Where in the world did he go? Let's ask the merchants nearby.
Bro.
A ghost!
It's all right. Please, calm down and take a deep breath. Can you tell us what you saw?
I saw a black shadow. It ran right past me. How could something like that happen in broad daylight?
Yeah. How else would I go to the top? So now I'm a little bit confused about who is who. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. No! That almost went south. Wait, he is downstairs? Why did it say ask 2 people then? That is weird. And apparently I missed the chest right there. I don't know how.
If we go any further, we'll be out of Port Ormos. There'll be hardly any witnesses.
It's all right. I can detect a faint whiff of the scent from here. I would say he passed by this
She
location
has the
not
nose
too
of a
long
hound.
ago. It's this way. Please, follow me.
Damn it, my camera stopped working. Again, boy. Please start working. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, maybe Maybe I should look into a better camera. One that doesn't decide to stop working every hour or so. It's literally every hour that it has a problem. Even though it's fixed within a second. A random chest. Hello?
Transfiguration! Yoo-hoo!
Yeah, peace, boys. Easy peasy. Oh, we missed one. You were not the main target, but still.
My apologies.
The scent is getting stronger. This must be the place.
Ah, the dungeon. Maybe I should have gotten an Electro character, but this will be fine. We'll survive.
Oh! Oz!
Oz.
Are you alright?
We had Ood and
you
Oz.
No, I'm alright. I was just chasing after that figure, and then all of a sudden, I didn't feel so hot.
Let me take a look.
The air definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason, it's hard to breathe.
This feeling, I've encountered it before.
Everything looks all right. It was probably just the stress of the chase, combined with the impact of the environment. A bit of rest would do you some good.
I can't rest. Mr. Edgar is still in there. He taught my sister how to make perfume. He's a good man. I can't just abandon him to die by Curia's hand.
Oz, you need to calm down and listen to me. Edgar is the one we're after. He and Kiria are the same person.
Ah, yes, alright.
But how is that possible? I thought you said Kiria was in his 30s. Mr. Edgar is 70-something. Changing your appearance to look decades older, that doesn't seem possible.
That's precisely why he had to resort to extraordinary measures to age himself. Kiria used a delusion to bring back the Auguste flower, corroding his body in the process, just like his older sister.
No.
What the hell? Well, how would he look exactly like Mr. Edgar
has
then?
been in Port Ormos for years. If someone started impersonating him all of a sudden, we would have noticed.
And what if the impersonation started before he ever set foot in Sumeru? I've yet to confirm it, but I suspect Kiria killed the real Edgar in Fontaine not long after his release from prison. While Edgar was incarcerated, Kiria started making preparations to replace him, including forcefully aging his body, studying perfumery, and planning the real Edgar's demise. The new
So
Edgar
her
then
master
decided
was
to
a
relocate
murderer.
to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous desire to let go of the past. He even left perfume making in favor of mentoring students. But these decisions were all for a specific purpose: the need to distance himself from anyone who might see through the facade. And Sumeru fit the bill to a T, with no one around to question his identity. All he had to do was grow a beard, don a pair of glasses, make a few minor alterations to his appearance, and everyone would believe he was exactly who he claimed: Edgar, a perfumer from Fontaine. As the years went by, he removed his disguise little by little and continued to refine his skills. It would have been a gradual process, one that ensured no one around him would notice anything unusual.
That explains why Sylvain said he barely recognized Edgar back at the hotel. He aged himself decades beyond his years just so he could accomplish his revenge. Is that even worth it?
Apparently.
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not that kind of person. He can't be.
What you really need is to get out of here and rest.
No, I can keep going.
Wait! This environment is likely being influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort, no matter how slight, should not be treated lightly. I know how to relieve your symptoms, Mr. Ooze. Please come with me and rest.
Ooze.
I'm sure Kiria... No, Edgar
Ooze.
wouldn't want...
Kale's right. The Traveler and I will take things from here. From our brief exposure to a goose, it would seem the substance has little effect on us. This leads me to believe those blessed with a vision or capable of wielding elemental power are more resistant to the effects of abnormal elemental energy. In other words, this environment doesn't pose as much of a risk to us. Actually, now that I think about it, this stronghold likely has multiple points of entry. If the target were to escape from a different point of entry, that might allow him to evade capture. I hate to trouble you, but we need people to survey the perimeter.
Yeah, you do you.
Hear that? We're heading out. There's work to be done. Ooze, head back to Port Ormos and start gathering reinforcements.
Got it.
Traveler, Emily, Paimon, please be careful. For someone whose only purpose in life is revenge, there's no telling what they'll do when there's no reason to move forward.
Don't worry. This isn't the end. Not for us or for Kyria. We're not going to let a goose kill anyone else. It's time for the mythos to fade into obscurity.
There's really no reason for a goose to kill anyone else. I mean, he already completed all of the murders he needed to. Not Edgar, but Kiara.
Monsters? Perhaps they were attracted here by the increased level of elemental energy.
Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Decided by destiny! By ordinance divine! Unleash!
I've never seen these scenes before. They must also have been created with the power of a delusion. It seems to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
How exactly? We just need to push it, alright? We can do this. An easy task for an accomplished adventurer.
Whoa, look at all the Auguste flowers!
So that's where they were grown.
I can't believe a single person did all this! Must have taken a lot of time.
I fear that statement is truer than you know, Paimon. Using a delusion comes at a cost. Not just time, but the time you have left to live.
But why would Kyria need
like
this
we saw
many
in
Auguste flowers?
what was it?
Needed a few bottles of Auguste to carry out his plan, right?
In Inazuma with the guy that aged like 10 years
Perhaps
or 20 years
hatred
because
wasn't
he was
only
using a
emotion
delusion.
fueling his obsession with a goose. Not long ago, he told me he didn't want all the flowers transported to Sumeru to wither away in a foreign land. But Kyria betrayed Snezhnaya, abandoned Fontaine, and lived his entire life in Sumeru under the guise of someone else. For someone with nowhere to call home, perhaps dying among a bed of Auguste flowers just like his sister is the best homecoming he could ask for.
Yeah, so he's just going to kill himself. No one else is dying, continues to die himself. I'm probably missing a chest, but I'm not sure. More.
Take your true form! A little ambiance! Let me scrap!
This enemy is buffed up. Not that I do a lot of damage, but still.
My will involve... Delve into destiny! Extract! Embrace the ice! Fate is upon you! Do your master's bidding!
Yeah,
This'll
finish them
brighten up
off
the
with
place!
Emily.
Neutralize! The show begins!
I don't really know what she does, but
My apologies!
I mean, easily beatable. It would be nice to have permanently have four characters. Oh, what does this do? Do we need to push it again? Yeah, like this. A little bit further.
A plant that destroys seeds. Huh. Quite the ecological marvel. Let's head back to the place where the seeds first appeared.
Do we need to hit that or? I don't know. Wait, I can't switch characters or anything. So it's not that you need to use a.
May I present?
It's not that you need to use an character with range or something, right? Or do I need to just push it in the correct direction? Because if that is the case... If I do this... Yeah, okay, so I just need to push it in the... in a direction where it won't hit the plants. Okay, so a bit more this way. And now you go exactly that way. No, that's the wrong. Oh my god. Bro, why did you did Okay. Just do exactly as I said. No, that's not the direction I pushed you in. For some reason it just keeps going into the wrong direction. I don't know why. Like that, yeah. Now you need to go there. And now you need to go there. Exactly. This engine is beautiful, by the way.
The flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end.
With a lot of Auguste flowers.
The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end.
Did they catch up that fast? No, my strength is just waning.
That's not an delusion.
But it doesn't matter. This is far enough.
Did he just drink the entire bottle?
This is a garden of Auguste flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all those years ago in Fontaine. Yelena? Yelena! You tried to hide it from me, but I always understood. The reason why you continued to use the delusion, the reason why you set your garden on fire, it was all because of me. I shouldn't have listened to you.
Now you
that day.
understand.
I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. But by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. The flowers were gone. And so were you. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have come looking for you earlier. I should have died with you that day. Yelena? Yelena!
I mean, he still drank the poison bottle, so he's definitely going to die.
Don't leave me. Please. Yelena!
Emily? I'm alive. No, that's not possible. I saw her, Yelena. We were together.
That was an illusion, likely brought about by the residual toxin in your body coupled with the pollen in the air, neither of which are fatal.
No, the amount of August I drank, it should have been enough. A fake, but how?
We started making the preparations last night with one goal in mind: to create a perfect accord. The accord is the basis of perfume making, the product in its most
primitive form. Ambergris mixed with cedar wood, rounded out with a base note of agar wood.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an accord.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in and fuels their obsessions.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind.
Our competitor already got their hands on it.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed, miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience. The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar, capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emily?
I got it.
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
So,
Yes.
Sylvain not dead?
Master.
So, you switched the bottles of Auguste, and then lied to me about Sylvain's death.
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest way to get you to let down your guard.
Impossible. Even if you found a way to switch out the bottles, there's no way you could have made an accord. If Auguste was so easy to replicate, Yelena wouldn't have.
It was a combination of rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those ingredients would have conflicted with each other if you tried to combine them in the past. But recently, we found a way for them to work together.
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias.
Auguste was created over 10 years ago. All this time, people never stopped analyzing it, never stopped trying to recreate it. Perfumery techniques are advancing day by day. We found better ways to extract essential oils, separate oils and fats. We even discovered new ways to combine fragrances together. The mythos surrounding Auguste may have been untouchable almost 20 years ago, but now it's time for it to become a thing of the past.
The past?
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You should have always known that it is possible to make an accord, even if only in theory. But the meaning you assigned to Auguste became so inflated, you allowed yourself to get lost in it, just like the perfume mania that captivated the public all those years ago. You believed in its divinity and grandeur. You believed it was entirely one of a kind. Your obsession with the goose is also what allowed us to predict how you intended your plan to end, and to make preparations in advance.
We just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Well, you hit the nail on the head now, didn't you? So, Sylvain isn't dead. Since you've been preparing your cord since last night, I assume you've also figured out my method, then. That means the news of Sylvain's death. The crowd gathered outside the hotel this morning. It was all an act you put on with the sheriff?
Yes. If we hadn't, you might have resorted to the delusion out of desperation, or continued to use your spirit Borneal and a goose combination to wreak havoc.
Who knows? Maybe I would have just offed myself then and there.
I know if you had things your way, you would carry the truth
Then you
of
would
Edgar's
gotten out of this
demise
mess.
and the secrets of this garden to the grave, but I'm sorry, Master. I don't want to see any more death. Sylvain only inhaled a small amount of poison. He's being detained as we speak. All the crimes he concealed back then will be exposed in a court of law for everyone to see, and all his secrets will be revealed. The same goes for you as well.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I'll be spending the rest of my days in a prison cell then.
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
I don't
Hey,
feel
already
the need to
got away with
justify
one
my
murder.
actions, nor do I intend to repent for them. I did what I set out to do. I may have lost in the end, but it was my choice every step of the way. And if I could do it all over again... But there's no going back, is there?
Careful, everyone. This environment is dangerous. I'll lead the way.
Stick close and hurry up. We can't let Edgar die.
Looks like I'm almost out of time. Although, I do have one final question, Emily.
Of course, Master.
The combination you used to make your accord. How did you figure it out?
The scent of a goose is complex and varied, yet the main ingredient consists of a single variety of flower. So, as I was analyzing the sample yesterday, I got to thinking, what if the scent of the Auguste flower was already imbued with that complexity during its cultivation?
You're saying Yelena designed Auguste to have the scent of multiple flowers?
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, Cecilias. The perfumers of the past knew that if you combine their essential oils directly, they would just cancel each other out. It was a conundrum they could never solve. But if you cultivate a new flower species that intrinsically carries the unique features of those three scents, you can bypass that issue entirely. It goes without saying that for that time, this idea was a stroke of genius.
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those really do seem like flowers you would choose, Yelena.
At least she was smart, even though she killed herself. This guy was also really smart, but still he used his intellect for a different purpose. A little bit sad. Alright. A few weeks later. Jesus. I don't think we've ever seen that big of a time skip in a single story quest.
Did you know? Miss Emily's releasing a new perfume! Right, I heard about that. I think it's called Yelena.
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume you're releasing.
I was hoping to release it without such a fuss, but the news spread way faster than I expected. I just hope it won't become the source of some new myth, especially after all the work we did to demystify
Well, why the hell did you
Ghost.
name it Yelena then?
I did, although I made a few modifications to the formula to make the scent more pleasant and long-lasting. I actually brought a few samples with me today. I hope they're to your liking. Also, I was hoping you could try out the fragrance before I officially release it and tell me your thoughts.
Of course! A good sense of taste and sense of smell go hand in hand, you know? Oh, it smells great!
It's alright. All feedback is worth considering. Besides, when it comes to perfume, commenting on whether it smells good is the most straightforward assessment you can ask for. There doesn't always have to be a deeper meaning.
Right! Do those flowers have some special meaning? Hearing their names seemed to have an effect on him.
If I had to guess, I'd say it probably has something to do with the language of flowers.
The language of flowers? Oh, we've heard of that before! Paimon remembers hearing something like, the Cecilia represents the true feelings of the prodigal son?
What each flower is said to represent varies by person and across different moments in history. The same is true for the flowers that make up the scent of a ghost. After returning to Fontaine, I did some research, and it turns out the meanings of those 3 flowers can be reassembled to form a single phrase. Forget the past and keep on living. Perhaps that's the legacy Yelena always intended, not the nobility and grandeur most people associate with a ghost.
Do you think Kiria knew about that?
I paid him a visit before his trial and explained what I found, but he didn't seem to care. Who knows? Maybe she didn't mean anything by it at all. That was his response. Yelena is gone. We'll never know what she was thinking. We can look for meaning all we want, but it'll never be anything but conjecture. Even if that is what she was trying to say, I would never be able to forget her. Avenging her death? That was the meaning I chose for my life. Kiria cultivated his revenge like a flower. He was committed to making it bloom, even if in the end, it didn't bear the fruit he was hoping for. In any case, he did want me to pass along his thanks.
To be honest.
Thank you for saving my life. For giving me the chance to learn that a ghost could have carried a very different meaning. Love and hatred are a privilege of the living. When someone dies, their thoughts, feelings, and intentions die with them. In that sense, what a goose truly represents in the language of flowers will forever remain a mystery. But even if it's only a conjecture, I would like to believe my own interpretation. The meaning we give to flowers, the symbolism we assign to our perfumes, they're constantly twisted and exploited in our imperfect world. And yet, at the very outset, they're born from the simplest and most beautiful desires we hold in our heart.
Well, at least we got a bottle. One tiny little bottle. And with that we finish the quest. And now we can do nothing. Yeah, we could do this one, the Imaginarium Theater, but I'll leave that for when we finish Netherland, or the first part of Netherland. So yeah, I think I'll end it here though, because I need to go in a moment. Right in time, actually. Hopefully I will upload this to YouTube sometime in the near future. So yeah, there was the story of Emily. The story of Emily. That was the story of Emily. and we can and for tomorrow we can just wait for Natlan. I don't know if I will play it right away, but we'll see. And then I will be off. So thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.